Alright.
Maggie, sit.
Hello everyone, it's Nicole again, and I'm here with Rustine and Maggie.
Hello.
You might remember Rustine from my October movie wrap-up, I think. And I've enlisted him to help me talk about all the movies I watched in January. So the first movie we watched is Four Lions.
Four Lions is a slapstick comedy about 5 bungling terrorists trying to plot a terrorist attack in London. And it made Nicole feel really uncomfortable. It's very, witty, and it stars Riz Ahmed, who you all probably know from Rogue One, as, the Adam Sandler everyman type, except this time he wants to blow up people instead of save people.
Yeah. It made me sad.
It's a sad movie, but it's really funny.
But it's also funny, but it's weird. I don't know.
It's important to watch now, I think, because it shows you that the people who we kind of see as our enemy are still people too. And they're not all evil masterminds either.
Yeah.
They're just dumb people who got a dumb idea and no one knew how to tell them it was bad.
And then on a very different note, we re-watched Pop Star. Never Stop, Never Stopping.
It's the Lonely Island movie, who are famous from SNL doing all the, music video sketches. And it's about a Justin Bieber guy played by Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler?
Not Adam Sandler. Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
And it's like a 21st century Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
And the songs are hilarious.
Yeah, the music's really great.
You could just listen to the music before watching the movie. I think they would work just as well.
Yeah. And we watched Tower, which is a documentary from last year, and it's about the UT Austin shooting in 1979, I think?
Something like that.
Yeah. But it's told in animation. What is that called?
It's rotoscoped.
Yeah.
So they shot it with real actors and then go and draw over it. So that way they can kind of recreate the scene without it, and it doesn't quite look as cheesy, I think, but it also makes it more real. Because it's the real people could be right underneath that drawing. It
was really great, and the director was there, right?
The director was there, and they talked about how they met with all these people and how this was an event that they don't really talk about much in Austin.
Then we rewatched
Come here.
Now You See Me 2.
Or don't.
Or don't do that.
Maggie, come here.
Which is the sequel of Now You See Me, but it's not called Now You Don't.
Biggest mistake in film history.
But we were going to the Magic Castle, so we decided to show that to our friend. And
it definitely got us in the mood.
Yeah. It's even more, if you've seen Now You See Me, it's just about the magicians, but they're in this world, they're the coolest people ever.
Yeah, everyone knows who these 4 magicians
they're
are.
They're pop stars or something. They're bigger.
They show up in the street in London and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's the 4 horsemen.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?"
It's so silly. But the second one's even more ridiculous. And Daniel Radcliffe's in it.
Yeah.
Apparently we just rewatched a lot of silly movies this month because we were sad. And we didn't watch silly things.
Yep.
So then we rewatched They Came Together, which came out, 3 years ago or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And it's great. You can describe that one.
It's a parody of romantic comedies starring Paul Rudd and Amy Poehler. And it is just hilarious. It's just jokes everywhere. And they kind of take the piss out of romantic comedies while still being very faithful to the genre.
Yeah.
Because both of them are perfect. Why wouldn't you want to see a romantic comedy starring those two?
Yeah.
And then you get it, and it's also them kind of making fun of all the cliches of it.
But a lot of people don't know that it's making fun of romantic comedies, and they're like, why is it so ridiculous?
It's really weird.
Yeah. But I think it's great. We watched this on inauguration night. Godzilla. The original Japanese Godzilla.
We got the Criterion edition, which is absolutely beautiful. makes it look like it was a movie that was shot today, practically.
Yes.
And that was great to just see, we're not the biggest thing in the universe, like at any moment a giant lizard could come by and blow everything up, and at this point I'm welcoming it. So Godzilla, if you're listening,
Godzilla, please come.
We need you, Godzilla.
Oh, then I watched a movie by myself.
Yeah, without me.
So you can just go, I watched We Are the Best.
Probably the worst.
The movie? No, it was very good. Swedish? Yeah.
I think so.
It's a Swedish movie from like a couple years ago, and it's about this group of like 13-year-old girls in the 80s, I think, and they decide to like start a band because these guys they don't like in their like rec house are always like playing their stupid music, so they're like, we're gonna start a band and take up all the slots so they can't play. They're not very good, but then they just like have fun and hang out, and it's a very cute movie. That's a movie I watched by myself. Oh, then I rewatched another movie by myself.
Without me.
But you haven't even seen it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I rewatched It Follows, which is probably my favorite horror movie.
Ever.
It was like the first horror movie I watched, and then I was like, I think I like horror movies actually.
Yeah.
I think that was the start of us watching horror movies.
It definitely was the start of us watching horror movies. Yeah. I kind of remember sitting down in the theater and then like as soon as it started being like, oh yeah, I didn't think about the fact that we're going to be scared the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, what did we get ourselves into? And then we had to walk home alone in the dark. I don't even know how to describe It Follows. STD horror movie.
I think it's more about like growing up and like the fear and anxiety about growing up.
Yeah. Then we watched 5 movies in a row in 4 days.
Yes.
So get ready.
We're gonna burn through it. So
first we watched Naked by Mike Leigh, which is one of my favorite movies ever. Don't judge me because it's really disgusting. But it's about, you want to describe
the pitchiest black comedy you'll ever see.
It's really horrible, but I love it. It's David Thewlis. Is that how you say his name?
I think so.
Okay. And he's just like a really sad, fucked up guy just wandering London. Yeah.
And everyone's unhappy and they're all trying to figure out.
Upset all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's just great. You should just watch it.
It's a very interesting
film. Maybe don't watch it.
You need a ton of trigger warnings, I think,
Lots of bad things happen.
Yeah, a lot of bad things happen in this movie.
Okay. And then we watched 2 Werner Herzog documentaries, and he was there for a second because he was sick. Mm-hmm. So the first one we watched was Into the Inferno, which is, I don't think it's his newest one, but it's one of his newest movies. I think the internet one's newest. But it's about volcanoes. Mm-hmm. And
like the culture that grows up around volcanoes all over the world.
Like how people like worship volcanoes and just like different myths that come out of it.
Like the rural communities and then in like cultured cities, and then also like North Korea.
Yes, there's a volcano in North Korea, which I didn't know. Mm-hmm. But that was interesting. It was a lot of fun. It's on Netflix, so you can watch it. And then we watched Encounters at the End of the World, which is an earlier movie, and it's like kind of the start of his volcano movie, because it's about Antarctica and him traveling around, and there's also a volcano there.
Yeah, and it's like all the weirdos who are in Antarctica.
Everyone who ends up there. It's a very interesting who ends up in Antarctica.
Yeah.
A lot of strange people.
A lot of people who just didn't fit in anywhere else, and they kind of fell to the bottom of the globe.
Yeah, that's how some guy described it. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and that's if you've seen the sad penguin clip. Is it depressed penguin?
Oh yeah, there's the depressed penguin clip.
Yeah.
Or it's the deranged penguin.
The deranged penguin. Maybe I'll put a link below and you can watch it because it's great. Mm-hmm. So next we watched Mutant Hunt, which I think I've talked about this in like my movie wrap-ups before, but there's this guy, Rob Schraub, who basically films like he's a horror host from like cable TV.
Yeah.
And then he kind of films like little interstitials, and sometimes he makes commercials, and sometimes just plays old commercials in between the movie, and he kind of cuts it down.
It's like one of those classic, like, horror movie shows.
Vampirella or whatever. There's all those people. I don't really know. Like, they're usually, like, really bad movies, and he makes it better because, like, he makes it funny. So, like, this movie was ridiculous. I don't even know how to describe it.
They give drugs to robots to kill people, but it's also called Mutant Hunt. There's not really any mutants in it.
There's no mutants. There's just cyborgs. Yeah. It was silly. But one of the actors from the movie was there, so that was fun. I got to talk about it. Oh, and the guy who made it used to, and then went back to gay porn. So it was. And
it showed.
It was, yeah.
It was definitely shot like a porno where they cut out all the fucking.
The last movie we watched, controversial one.
For her, she hated it.
Don't say.
Am I spoiling it?
We're spoiling it. It's Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me by David Lynch, which is a prequel movie. To the series Twin Peaks. Yeah. I have feelings about it.
It was very interesting. It's very scattered.
It's very weird and...
it is very weird, but that's also David Lynch's whole deal.
Yeah.
So you kind of just need to know what you're getting into.
I know.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a horror movie mixed with like the soap opera parts of Twin Peaks. So what was your favorite movie that we watched this month?
Well, I mean, I feel like I can't say the two movies we rewatched that are like two of my favorite
say that.
movies. Well, I mean, obviously I love It Follows and Naked because they're two of my favorite movies. But I think besides the new movie, Tower, I really liked that. What about you?
My favorite movie is either Four Lions or Popstar. I'm not going to make a decision.
Don't decide. They're very different movies. I mean, how can you put one over the other? Okay, sorry. It keeps turning off in the middle of me speaking, but thank you for watching. Let us know down below what movies you saw in January and if you saw any of the movies we talked about. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!